No matter what you do, somebody won't like it. What's cracking there, buddy? Welcome back to the channel. New video. This morning I had several ideas in mind of, videos that I wanted to do. And then I ran across a comment, right? Somebody left me a comment, all caps. So he was screaming at me, apparently, right? He left a comment in all caps. And he said something along the lines of, all you do is talk about prison and being incarcerated. Why don't you make a video about how to how to fill out a job application or how to get a driver's license, something like that. And then he said, talk about being institutionalized. Well, that's a trip. So this one individual is concerned about why I don't do videos telling people how to fill out a job application when I'm trying to get people to not join gangs, not get involved in criminality, not go to prison, and not live the kind of life that I lived. No good deed goes unpunished. Lately, I've been hearing that, there's been a lot of haters lately. And, people are saying, Dubs glorifies the life. I don't glorify it at all. I always talk about how stupid the decisions that I made were. In that world, I excelled. And that hurts a lot of people's feelings that I did excel in that world. But, and this is no disrespect to anybody still in that life, but I came to realize that to be a somebody in prison is to be a nobody in life. And the reason why I say that is because that's not living, that's existing. This is life out here, right? And what people don't get is they don't see the DMs that I get. They don't see the comments, all the comments that I get. Sometimes I don't see every comment, obviously. There's a lot of them. But I remember my prima calling me one time. And she told me, hey, this kind of brought a tear to my eye. Did you see that comment? I was like, no, I don't even know what you're talking. I was busy. I said, I don't know what you're talking about, prima. And she goes, well, let me screenshot it and send it to you. And let me put it up on the screen and then let me read what he's saying because it's going to be small. It says, by the way, you can see the guy's name. I don't want to put his profile picture and his name and all that. They're right there. It is what it is. But here's what he had to say. I'm 16 years old from Southern Cali, San Bernardino. I wanted to get jumped into the gang and I was ready to put in work and give up everything I had just for the gang. I felt like it would be an honor to get locked up and put in work for the gang. But listening to you opened my eyes. My other OG homies talked to me as well and convinced me to stay out. I'm very grateful. And watching this video made me grow even more grateful for my life and parents and family. I was ready for everything that came with the gang. I was ready for everything that came with the gang life. And now I'm saved. Thank you, Dubs. I'm proud of you for making that decision and understanding that even if you don't have the best family in the world and you might not get all the love you feel you need at a certain time, that's still the best place for you. The streets ain't where it's at. That isn't a unique message though. I get messages like that a lot. I get DMs like that from grown men who tell me that my videos have made an impact on their life and they've chosen sobriety or they've chosen to take another career path or whatever it is, man. I've said a bunch of times that when I went to board, I told the board, I cannot have my greatest impact on the earth be that I was a gangster or I was a killer. I can't leave this earth with that being my greatest impact. And that's why I started this channel, because when I first got out, I was able to go work with at-risk youth. I was able to go speak at juvenile halls, continuation schools and, colleges, universities and stuff, but real life catches up to you. You have to pay the bills out here. And so that's where this channel came. It became my therapy, and fortunately for me, I built a very solid foundation of like-minded individuals. Those that find fault in what I do are those that don't look within themselves. They have all the best critique for another man who has best intentions, but they don't look within themselves and fix the problem that makes them judge another man. I try to make it a point not to judge others. We all struggle. We all have our demons, whatever. Am I always going to be perfect in what I do? Absolutely not. But am I driven by my ego? Absolutely not. When I was very dangerous. Because when I was driven by my ego, that meant I was driven by my insecurities. Your ego feeds off your insecurities. I'm a very secure man. I know who I am. I laugh when others that have never met me talk so much about me, try to define the man that I am. And if you really listen closely, they're saying more about themselves than they are about me. That message right there from that youngster, the other messages and DMs that I get, those are the fuel for this channel. I do get burnt out on prison content. I'm going to be honest with you. And that's why I branch off into different areas, because I can't just do the same thing year after year after year. At the end of the day, I know why people subscribe to my channel. I know that as a former life term inmate, and with my life experience, through my childhood, my home life, I was a part of basically every facet of the California justice system. I have a unique experience and I have a unique perspective on life. Two people can take the same exact path, but have different understandings. And I think that's what makes the prison genre so unique. I do a lot of stuff with Gunner. Gunner went to YA when I think he was 12 or 13 years old. I went when I was 15. And you see our approaches because it's based off of our life experiences. Gunner's the funny one. He's going to make you laugh every day. I'm considered the more serious one. What I try to do, though, whenever I put out a video, unless it's like clowning, I'll do another one on the other channel today that's going to be clowning. But for the most part, on this channel, when I'm talking about topics that are serious, I'm trying to provoke a thought, a positive thought. I'm trying to provoke some life-changing moments in your life. Right? I want you to hear this and do your self-inventory. Are you where you want to be? Are you even grateful for where you are right now? Even if you're in a bad spot, do you realize that it could be worse? So when I see these dudes and they tell me, in all caps, what I should be doing with my channel, the first thing I do? I click on their profile picture. That's a trip. They never made a video. They've commented on my channel like 50 times. You have enough time to comment on my channel 50 times, and you're so concerned about other people not knowing how to fill out a job application, but you don't make a video yourself. That kind of checks out though, right? People that are afraid of change will hate on another man's change. When I used to mentor people in prison, dudes that were straight up knuckleheads, and they would come to me and they would tell me, hey, Holmes, I trust you, eh? Like, I want to know if you'll help me, with my self-help and this and this and that. And I would tell them, yeah. And I would tell them, when this stuff really starts working for you is when you're going to get tested the most. Because people are going to see it and they're going to want to know, is that real or not? And then you're going to find out within yourself if you're real about it or not. So again, there is nothing that any hater can say or do on YouTube or social media that can rock my foundation. When you build a home, you build it on the strongest foundation so the first storm won't wipe it out. Believe that I have a strong foundation. Believe that I am also aware of how solid my following is. I am extremely grateful for you guys. The things that you do, the fact that you're there every live, the fact that you're there when my video pops up, the ones first, and you might be third. You were a little slow, player, but you were there, right? I see that stuff, man, and it feels good. I see what names. Look, I reached out to Lali recently, Barrio Liquors, because Lali was always in the lives. And then I noticed Lali wasn't in the lives. And I can't do this to everyone and for everyone because I don't have a means to do it. But Lali also was following me on TikTok. So I reached out to him. Are you good? I haven't seen you around. And he popped back up and he said, I was going through some stuff. And that's not my business. That's his business. But just understand, man, I pay attention. Diana, I haven't seen Diana around. I see her sometimes on my TikTok. I hope you're doing well. Dredrick was in here the other day. Dredrick's a day oneer. So believe me, I pay attention, man. I might not respond to everything. But understand that you guys are my motivation. Your children, your nieces, your nephews, your brother, your sister. I'm trying to share my life experience. Let you guys see the error of those ways and that type of thinking. It's, it was a rough life. It made me who I am. It made me a man. For that, I'm grateful. But it's unfortunate that someone had to die in order for me, or let me say that the right way. Someone had to be killed in order for me to finally learn how to be a man. And it took a long time after I killed that man. And I hurt a lot of people along the way. And I know what I did. Can never talk about everything that I've done. But I know what I've done. I have an understanding of the impact of my horrible decisions. And those are the things, along with you guys, that will motivate me to continue to do this, laugh at the haters, and get that money. Before I go, short list, but I want to thank those who donated to the live last night. Rolando Mota, Mora Inc., and the Big Pete 111. Thank you guys very much, man. Thank you to everyone watching this video. Do me a favor. Those of you that saw all the way to this part, say blessed in the comment section. I appreciate that. But that said, everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.